Hello and welcome to ERi-TV English News Broadcast. We thank you for joining us. It's exactly 10:30 p.m. Asmara time and we're now ready for our domestic and international news from Monday the 7th of April. Reporting live from our headquarters in Asmara and inviting you to stay with us is Heaven Johannes, your news anchor for this session. Let us first begin with the major headlines. World Health Day observed at national level. Seminars on enhancing public understanding of disabilities. UN says 100 children killed or injured in Gaza every day since war resumed. And rains add to misery in quake-hit Myanmar. In today's domestic news, World Health Day, observed annually on 7 April, was commemorated at the national level in Asmara under the theme Healthy Beginnings, Hopeful Futures. The event was attended by ministers, senior government officials, as well as heads of UN offices in Eritrea. Speaking at the event, Dr. Andebrhan Tesfatsion, Acting Director General of Public Health at the Ministry of Health, stated that the objective of World Health Day is to serve as a reminder for all of us to ensure universal health care for all and everywhere. Dr. Andebrhan noted that as a result of strong efforts, prenatal treatment coverage has reached 98% and the number of pregnant women giving birth at health facilities has increased by 80%, while vaccination coverage has also reached 98%. As a result, the maternal and child mortality rates have been significantly reduced in global terms, Dr. Andebrhan stated. Dr. Nonso Ejiokor, acting representative of the World Health Organization in Eritrea, commended the Eritrean government for its efforts to improve healthcare services in collaboration with partners. He expressed his pride in being involved in such a working environment. Dr. Ejiokor further noted that globally, nearly 300,000 women die each year from pregnancy-related causes. More than 2.3 million newborns die within their first month of life, and 1.9 million are stillborn, many in low-resource settings. The event featured various programs highlighting the significance of the day, as well as a general knowledge competition. According to a report from the Ministry of Health, over 60% of the Eritrean population received healthcare services within 5 kilometers of their place of residence. World Health Day is being observed for the 77th time at the international level and for the 29th time at the national level. In another news, seminars aimed at increasing awareness of intellectual and developmental disabilities, as well as public's role in providing appropriate care, were conducted in the Agordat and Saganeti subzones. At the seminar in Agordat, Mr. Takhlezgi Taklamariam, head of the National Association of Intellectual and Developmental Disability branch in the Gashbarka region, emphasized that raising awareness and eliminating outdated perceptions are essential for providing proper care. He added that awareness-raising activities are being carried out across the 16 subzones of the region. A report indicates that there are 1,184 registered individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities in the Gashbarka region. A similar seminar was conducted in the Saganeti subzone. Ms. Lucia Agbu, chairperson of the National Association of Intellectual and Developmental Disability branch, urged the public to provide proper care and support to individuals with these disabilities. In a related news, a material support has been provided to students with intellectual and developmental disabilities in the Ad-Dukhwala subzone. Do stay tuned, dear viewers, for we shall be back with the international news after the short break. Welcome back. The United Nations says at least 100 children have been killed or injured every day in Gaza since Israel renewed its offensive on March 18th. UNICEF said at least 322 children were reported to have been killed, shattering a 2-month ceasefire that took effect on January 19th. Meanwhile, more than 142,000 Palestinians have been displaced between March 18 and 23, and a warning of another humanitarian catastrophe in Gaza following the collapse of the ceasefire has been issued. UNICEF Executive Director Catherine Russell on Monday said the ceasefire had provided a desperately needed lifeline for Gaza's children and hope for a path to recovery. But children have again been plunged into a cycle of deadly violence and deprivation, the director added. Marking the Palestine Children's Day, observed annually on April 5, the Palestinian Ministry of Education on Saturday said children are among the most targeted victims of Israeli aggression, with more than 17,000 of them killed in Gaza since the war began in October 2023. Palestinian group Hamas also condemned what it said was Israel's policy of deliberate killing, detention and torture of children, as well as the deprivation of their basic human rights. Israel has killed around 50,000 Palestinians in Gaza since October 2023, most of them women and children. It is also to be recalled that the International Criminal Court issued arrest warrants last November for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his former Defense Minister Yoav Gallant for war crimes and crimes against humanity in Gaza. Israel also faces a genocide case at the International Court of Justice for its war on the enclave. Meanwhile, the United States has provided Israel with a new anti-missile weaponry named THAAD, which it has already provided South Korea with. In our final report, heavy rains have lashed parts of earthquake-hit Myanmar, complicating relief efforts as the death toll from the powerful quakes rose to at least 3,571. Aid workers in the hard-hit city of Mandalay, near the epicenter of the earthquake, said on Sunday that rains and winds hit tent camps in the area overnight and in the morning, soaking survivors and their belongings. The magnitude 7.7 earthquake hit a wide swath of Myanmar, home to 50 million people, causing significant damage to 6 regions and states, including the capital. The quake left many areas without power, telephone or mobile phone connections, and damaged roads and bridges, making the full extent of the devastation hard to assess. It also worsened an already dreadful humanitarian crisis triggered by the country's security threat that has internally displaced more than 3 million people and left nearly 20 million in need. This is according to the United Nations. State media in the country now says the earthquake has caused 3,571 deaths and injured 4,671 people, while 214 remain missing. It has damaged more than 5,000 buildings, close to 2,000 schools, 167 hospitals and clinics, around 200 dams and 184 sections of the country's main highway. In the neighboring Thailand, meanwhile, authorities said the country's death toll from the quake had increased to 24. Of those, 17 died at the site of an under-construction skyscraper in the capital, Bangkok. Another 77 are still missing. With this, we conclude our news for this session, dear viewers, and now a quick recap of the major headlines. World Health Day observed at national level. Seminars on enhancing public understanding of disabilities. UN says 100 children killed or injured in Gaza every day since war resumed. And rains add misery in quake-hit Myanmar. This was The World on Monday with ERi-TV English News Broadcast. Dear viewers, thank you for joining. It's officially a goodbye from us.